In a small quiet village, there lived an elderly man named Samuel. His wife had passed away years ago, and his only son, David, had moved to the big city to become a successful businessman. David was always too busy to visit, and his calls became shorter and rarer as the years went by. One day, Samuel fell very ill. He knew his time was near. With trembling hands, he wrote a letter to David simply saying, "My dear son, I am not feeling well. I would love to see you one last time. Please come home." Weeks passed. There was no reply. A neighbor eventually called David to tell him that his father had passed away peacefully in his sleep. David felt a sharp pang of guilt, but his mind was still occupied with a multi-million-dollar deal he was closing. He rushed to the village for the funeral, intending to sell the old house immediately and return to his life. After the funeral, David entered his father's dusty bedroom. On the bedside table sat a small wooden box. Inside was a tattered, yellowed notebook. David opened it and realized it was his father's diary from 30 years ago. He began to read an entry dated from when David was just 5 years old. "Today David and I sat by the lake. He asked me the same question. 'What is that bird?' 21 times. And 21 times I hugged him and told him, 'It's a sparrow, son.' Every time he asked, I felt more love for him. He is my greatest treasure." David's eyes filled with tears. He remembered that day. He then found a more recent entry, dated just 2 days before his father died. "David didn't call today, or the day before. He must be doing very important things. I am so proud of the man he has become. I hope he knows that even if he is too busy for me, I am never too busy to pray for him. I have left his favorite childhood toy in the attic, just in case he wants to remember." Underneath the diary, David found a final, unposted letter addressed to him. It contained a check for a large sum of money, the exact amount David had mentioned he needed for his business startup years ago. The note read, "I saved this from my pension over the years. I knew you were stressed about work. Use this to take a day off, son. Just one day to rest. Love, Dad." David collapsed into his father's chair and sobbed. He had chased money and success, thinking he was winning at life, while he had ignored the only person who loved him without conditions. He realized that the important things he was busy with were nothing compared to the time he had lost with his father. The moral of the story: never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life with the people who love you. Parents are the only ones who will love you selflessly. Success and money can be earned again, but time with loved ones once gone can never be brought back. Value them while they are still here.